6, Ulaanbaatar. Number 13, Takaki Shimizu. Number 18, Melos Kovacic. Yokohama Taipei.
好，那待会呢，马上要介绍的是我们呢在地的球队了，人不清土清，不管呢你原本呢是支持哪一支球队的，也请呢我们现场的所有的好朋友呢，一同呢来为台中洪家火鸡加油！首先呢要为大家介绍呢第一位选手，欢迎球衣背号15号的朱恩礼。接着登场的是我们球衣背号13号的韦博洋，以及我们球衣背号12号的陈柏毅。这3位呢可以说是呢我们台中洪家火鸡的3本柱哦，最重要的禁区守护者。但是呢，我们要接下来为大家介绍的是我们人称呢战神的小骆俊全。好，那麻烦我们2队的队长呢来到我们场中央。那我们为大家邀请到的是我们台北市议会的议长，那我们戴行新议长来为我们进行一个植币的仪式。那我们欢迎呢。好，先给呢平面呢先拍一张照片，然后把铜板秀出来，好，让大家看一下。好，接下来呢，究竟呢第一波的进攻球权呢是属于谁的呢？我们请我们戴行新议长为我们做一个植币的仪式。3、2、1，请植币。好，深色球衣，深色球衣是这边嘛，深色。好，第一波球权呢是我们台中洪家火鸡，也谢谢我们戴行新议长，谢谢。马上呢把比赛时间呢交给我们大会裁判，我们的比赛正式开始。
Welcome back to the FIBA 3x3 Challenger set in Taipei. We're here at Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. About to kick off another matchup. It's the Yokohama BeefmanEXE from Japan up against our own Chinese Taipei Taichung team. Just like that, we're kicking off. Taichung in the red, Yokohama in the blue. Here with me is Ryan Chen, and I am Taylor Chen. As we start off with Yokohama making that score thanks to Milos Kovacic, 23-year-old from Bulgaria.
Yeah, prior to this was a opening ceremony where in fact Taipei City Councilman Cijin was on hand along with other delegates, including the coach of the gold medal winning 3x3 Chinese Taipei squad in the Hangzhou Asian Games a few weeks ago, in fact.
Yeah, Ryan, you weren't here, but right after the opening ceremony, it felt like a club scene here thanks to DJ Shyn up at the DJ booth.
Yeah, it's been a long day, and it's almost like the whole new crowd is kind of flexed in and out from the stands. Besides the Tainan fans, they've been here all day. They deserve the fan award for participating and keeping the energy up today.
Yeah, absolutely.
An early Yokohama lead with Kovacic scoring down low. He seems to be the big man of the current matchup between these two squads. This Taichung team had to play in the qualifying opening set to figure out which two teams would continue on to group play. So 4 games in one day is a huge challenge for any squad, but they look pretty fresh to start this one off.
They got at least a couple of hours to rest, thankfully. But yes, no matter how much time, 10 minutes, 40 minutes of a game, it's still 3-on-3 is intense. So had a long day. That ball gets poked out of bounds.
Yeah, they are giving Yokohama some problems with their effort and energy.
We have a couple of players on the Yokohama side previously playing for B2 and B3 leagues in Japan. As we see a charging foul on number 12, Chen Boyi. Possession back to Yokohama, and number 13, Shimizu, tries to go in for the layup, no good. Luo Junchen fumbles the ball, rolls out of bounds.
One interesting note about the Chinese Taipei squad is a lot of those guys had pro contracts in hand to be 5-on-5 participants in certain pro clubs, whichever ones they represent, as a strong rebound, or at least result in a foul. It's Coach Basic going to work again. I think he beat out 2 guys for the rebound there.
He did, look at that. See that replay we can finally see on our little monitor at our table.
That will help immensely. Just letting y'all know.
Yeah, for those who haven't been tuning in, we've had a couple of technical difficulties with the LED board, some interruptions with the DJ, but it's all good. We're here now. It's the Yokohama BeefmanEXE against Taichung Hongjia.
You know, the biggest disruption actually was for the flag ceremony at sundown. That was actually why there was several back and forth where there was no music being played.
Yeah.
As there's another man on the floor for a foul. It's Luo Junchen playing very physically, trying to claim his innocence. So that flag ceremony actually just so happened to follow one of the conclusions of our games, and the next game couldn't start until the honor guard was done with the flag ceremony and marched on to wherever they were headed.
The three-point shot by Chen Boyi is short. Yokohama.
They haven't actually blown away the competition yet, despite, at least for now, looking like the better team. Taichung has fouled 4 times.
Mid-range shot was a little bit off.
Kind of careless ball handling there. Not much the defense did to Coach Basic, as this time it's an offensive foul, again on the perimeter. So, you know, we've seen physical play down low, but now we're seeing the screening game and the hand checking on the outside be the prominent area of physicality right now between these two teams. Because of the way the schedule works out, Yokohama will play their second game at scheduled 8:25, quite late in the day. But it was kind of tiered in such a way so the qualifying teams would play earlier in the schedule as much as they can, because Amsterdam will at 8:50, I believe, played their qualifier opponent. By my notes, that's supposed to be Saitama. Quickly in and intercepted on the floor. Hey, Boyoung can get credit for that steal. And off the backboard is Chen Boyi. Taichung pulling it in within 1. And that's 6 fouls against Taichung, as Chen Boyi couldn't keep up.
It's going to be number 6, Ito Yamato, at the free throw line.
The honest answer is sometimes those bumps, not necessarily a foul, but you catch the guy at the wrong time or they're exactly between steps, sometimes that's where those fouls occur. It seems like we have a lane violation. One thing about these Taizong guys is they pick up their dribble quite early, other than Luo Jingjuan.
Zhu Wenling's first field goal.
They really got a team rebound, Taizong does, with Coach Basic in there. And get a little lucky like that.
Ooh, that's a trap. That's definitely a travel call.
I know Chen is frustrated, but he's really the one who spun into trouble there. See, he rejected the screen, and then again, he picks up his dribble. And in between two defenders, that's just asking for trouble. Whether they'll steal it from you or they'll do something awkward like that. And here's another foul by Chen. But
luckily, didn't step on anybody's foot there, just right next to each other.
But he's going to stay in because Luo seems to need a lot longer to get ready for the game. Takahashi doing the Korean free throw.
The boy unable to finish down the post. No one guarding him. Shimizu still throws an air ball. Jong so far has already made 7 fouls. Yokohama only 1.
Yeah, but they're not exactly forcing the issue, trying to draw more fouls. Well, as I say so, Luo's in there, and he'll actually turn the tables and cause a turnover. It looks like Ito Yamato also might have tweaked something too. Kind of working on his left foot on the bench now. Nice drop-off pass and in.
It's like one of his signature moves in this tournament for Zhu Wenling. But Milos Kojbazik answers back. Sano to the Bulgarian and pops it back out to the top to Shimizu. 3-point shots just not working out for him so far. As Tony Ling calls a foul on
the defense
on Yokohama. It's interesting. Their English name is Yokohama Beefmen, but in Chinese they're actually ham, like the Nippon Ham Fighters. So. A little bit of incorrect translation, maybe?
Let's talk about more produce. Maybe they'll hit more threes or twos in this tournament, in this format.
Nothing, no bread. Nothing related to bread or any kind of carbohydrates. Yeah, we already get plenty of that so far during this tournament.
Free throw coming up as Zhu Wenling found a little gap. When he started his move, you didn't think he had any space down there, and there's a contact, though. I think if you're Yokohama, you might argue it came after the release.
Off the rim. And for 3, a little bit too deep. And number 6, Ito Yamato coming in for Takashi Sano, 31-year-old.
We're right down low, forcing the issue. There's a whistle as the shot was going up. Well, Yokohama in the driver's seat. The free throws coming up and the second TV timeout coming in. Right now, if you're Taizong, I don't really know if from the play so far on the court, if they really have an answer against their opponents. Obviously, they're a lot more fatigued. Consider them undersized when the ball gets down low to the Yokohama big and Milos. So unless really they start getting hot from the outside, that will create more openings. But as the game is now, kind of a slugfest out there for them. Finally getting a show off the behind the backboard cam.
On our side anyways. I'm sure our viewers on YouTube can see that no problem. Kozbasic making that shot. 4-3. Having no luck on the outside shots, but making that mid-range. Pulling through, 11-7. Yokohama with that lead. Kozbasic pops it out to the perimeter. Again, outside shot attempt, but here we go, one-on-one. He's gonna try to get it in. And there he goes.
On the second effort, so initially good defense, but then kind of changed the angle up. That's all it took for Kozbasic.
High floater for Yamato. Boye for 3. Trying to make up for that lost time with those outside shots. Again, just not connecting the dots for either side, really. As number 12, Boye makes a fadeaway shot, pulls through. But just like that, Yokohama counters. That's definitely a holding foul on Kozbasic.
Yeah, it's one of those substitution fouls that we've seen a few times in this tournament. Dueling's pretty strong though. Go right down low. Attacking Japan inside without Milos in there.
Just off the mark. Yokohama maybe getting a second chance. Here we go, let's see. Oh, and that one is finally in.
Just simple inside out, as curiously enough, Lul can get in the shot or the pass off on the drive.
Number 6, Yamato intercepts that pass. Pops it out to Sano for 3. That is off mark.
Yeah, Japan's doing a great job keeping awareness of where their teammates are, defense or offensively. So previously on that defensive possession, I believe it was, you called it out, Yamato, who jumped the pass coming from the weak side. And then on offense, as soon as they get an offensive rebound, you feel like the very next pass will lead to an open shot. So Yokohama's proving to be pretty adept at the 3-on-3 game.
Sano for a jump shot at the top. Yokohama for their 6th foul. Gives Boye a chance at the free throw line. Knocks in, rounds up to 10 for Jong.
Again, Jong doubling down low and leaving a shooter open. That's kind of all they can really offer in terms of energy and effort.
Tumbling for another fadeaway shot. Seems to be his go-to in this matchup against Yokohama. Ball rolls out of bounds.
maybe a miscue, but 7-point lead, 39 seconds left. Missing the jelly there by Luo, and even the mid-range jumper was short.
Trying to make most out of the 28 seconds left.
I mean, that's kind of the game it's been for Taizong. So during our summer watching the Absolute 3-on-3 series here in Taiwan, we saw a lot of games end at the 10-minute mark with the clock counting down. So far in this tournament, our lowest scoring game was the one you called between Hangzhou and Princeton, which was 19-16 still. Only 2 points away from the final target. So the scoring efficiency has been pretty good. We certainly appreciate that here at the Taipei Challenger.
We count down, 2 seconds left. And game concludes, Yokohama 19, Taichung 12.
Unfortunately for Taizong, that'll mean their tournament is over at 0-2, but we've seen them play all summer long, and now they had a good showing in the qualifiers. And, you know, you could say they've gone down to world-class talent. So our first game after the ceremonies is in the books. Taylor, we got several more to go to figure out our group stage.
Ooh, can't wait. Stick around for Pool B matchup with Changhua, and our guest is the Saitama team from Japan, and we stand corrected, so stay tuned for more. We'll be right back.
传球一个球，杭州，一样。好，2分。
Tell me where you at, send your location. We got drinks and we killing by the cases. I don't remember names, only know the faces. These girls party, 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 getting wasted. Now I got my hands up. Oh, I'm throwing rubber bands up. Oh, I bet I look just like the man, don't I? Oh, we getting lit every day, getting paid. We the life of the party. Don't know if I'ma make it home tonight. And we can't do no wrong tonight. Liquor on the floor, you know how it go. I love it when we go hard. We the life of the party. The party, yeah. The party, party. We the life of the party. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, the party. Yeah. We the life of the party. The party, yeah. The party. We the life of the party. Yeah, the party. The party. We the life of the make a lot of money, get the bag. Dad gone and I had to be the man. Growing up to be a boss was the plan. Now I got exotic women getting tens. We just wanna
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ผู้比起点10分的比赛即将开始。首先介绍比赛一组 Number 1，塞纳巴 Alvin first Japan Number 12，高尔Mantinga。
party, don't know if I'ma make it home tonight. But babe, don't leave me alone tonight. Liquor on the floor, you know how I go.
Number 7, Taipei Challenger. Number 4, Real Ulaanbaatar. Number 16, Vienna. August.
好，接下来要为大家介绍是我们彰化的我们培训队。那这一场比赛呢，对于我们这支球队相当重要，是一场的续命之战。首先呢，为大家介绍是我们球衣编号14号的蒲国文。
Just don't leave me alone, yeah.
以及球衣编号12号的王正文。
We the life of the party.
接着登场的是我们球衣编号9号的戴维。最后呢，要为大家介绍是我们球衣编号6号的于祥云。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Welcome to the 2023 FIBA 3x3 Taipei Challenger. The match we have on hand will be between Saitama from Japan and Changhua from Chinese Taipei. I'm Ryan Chen on the broadcast along with Taylor Chen here. We are now in group play where Changhua earlier lost to Amsterdam HiPRO at the 4:35 game, so Changhua is playing for their tournament lives. Saitama is playing their first game actually in Pool B play. First point scored by Changhua, the team in red, and Saitama wearing the blues. There's a easy hook foul. The biggest storyline for Saitama coming into the game, still without number 12 Gordon Vecilic through injury.
Yeah, it's interesting. We actually don't even see Vecilic sitting at the bench right now.
Because there was a previous game where he didn't get introduced, didn't take the picture as is customary as part of the 3-on-3 rundown, but he came in and sat on the bench, and right now perhaps trying to get iced up.
Getting as much rest in hopes of potentially playing tomorrow afternoon and evening.
There's a foul, as previously Ryu Ozawa probably had the longest offensive rebound we saw in this tournament. He shot it from the left wing and chased it down, all the way down to the right wing.
So basically chased it back to Japan.
know, Okinawa's not that far. That's technically Japan.
Yeah, I never realized until recently where it's only like a couple hours flight.
In fact, it's less than an hour.
Oh my gosh, what have I been doing?
We should really get paid by so-and-so as a tourism bureau, but Saitama with a 2-pointer to take the lead in the early goings. Trying to go to work is number 9, Daiwei, but to no avail. And now the mismatch, Ochai will force a foul from Changhua. He's kind of the big body in this game. And kind of funny enough, seen that pretty much in every single game. There's kind of like one player, sometimes for both teams, sometimes just one guy is like the big presence down low. And, you know, Ochai's had to body his fair share of bigs in this tournament. As taking a slow step and missing is a Sakura. That one will eventually go out of bounds for Changhua.
He probably is one of the taller Japanese players that I've personally seen.
Certainly in this competition.
He's currently ranked 3rd in Japan when it comes to 3-on-3.
Kind of see why. He's just always in the right place defensively, and maybe a little luck there with the steal. Over to Ozawa. Now they go down low. Mouse in the house, no Sakura from the left wing, short. And a take foul from behind. Changhua will get their sub. Wang Chengwen in. Little wheel play and a wheel pass, but Yokohama was all over it. Oh, excuse me, Saitama. Yokohama was a previous game we watched. As Sakura, look what I found, an opening to the basket. The pace keeps up as Changhua likes to get a lot of dribble penetration to these little dump-off passes. Now the shot clock doesn't reset. Seems to be a mistake by the scorer's table. Because Changhua was the one that didn't make contact.
Referees are double checking. On the court, we have a Serbian referee as well as a Korean referee. Got referees from all over the world rotating through this tournament. Ryan, you asked, you talked to a couple of referees the other night, didn't you?
Yeah, at the absolute 3-on-3 reception for this Challenger event. And they've actually officiated a lot in the various Challenger and the various 3-on-3 events in the calendar year. So they're actually almost, you can even say, familiar with the players at the highest levels. A little double team in the left wing. And let's see if the foul will count or if there will be a shot clock violation.
I don't know, from this perspective, it even looked like he was traveling, but the referee was more focused on that foul call.
That right hand, the left hand now. As the buzzer was going down, so this is kind of crucial. And they will call a foul on Saitama. Again, the wheel play, but this time into the handoff. Number 12, Wang, will airball it.
Changhua punching in 1 so far. Now we're down to 7 minutes. Sakura comes back in, helps himself after rebounding his own shot.
Yeah, it looks like Saitama is willing to leave everything open on the outside, and a beautiful spin move by Wang Chengwen. Right between a couple, but right away, Saitama, little high-low action there. Here's a 3-on-3 staple, the drive-in dish, as it looked like Taipei was about to jump over the LED boards in the corner. To no avail, it's Saitama with a 6-2 lead at the TV break. So earlier was the injury, if you're willing to take a second and third look at it.
This is a quick pop.
I believe that was the first game, in fact, of the entire tournament here.
Yeah, that's right. Started very early on the game, too.
Changhua with a hook pass over to the left side, kind of stumbling, bumbling. Can't get away from the defense of Saitama. Fake pass into the tough lay-in by Ryozawa. That's definitely a big key in 3-on-3 play, using either hand to make your finishes. Same two-man game, but from the outside. Interesting enough, this is a foul on Tomoya Ochai. I might want to look at that again myself, but they check the ball 7-2. This is, I mean, as the tournament is going later and later, it seems like the scoring's kind of dried up as well.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Ozawa's pass
dragging a little bit
to his opponent, really, and then he returns a favor by airballing it.
Going back to Bijelic, as a reminder, Saitama does have another tournament coming up shortly. Starting on November 4th, they have the WT Wuxi 3-on-3 tournament. So this injury could not have been any worse timing. So hopefully he can recover quickly. Overnight, we'll see. We'll have to find out.
A holding foul and one. That's Ochai going to work again, trying to put the spin moves on Changhua after having one scored on him earlier. This time the victim was Taipei. Free throw coming up. Make it a double-digit effort for Saitama with 5 minutes to go. Hey, do air balls count as a side out of bounds in a 3-on-3 just like 5-on-5, Taylor?
I think so.
No, they check it from the same place. That would be interesting, though, if 3-on-3 would consider a change to have sideline or baseline out of bounds. I think sideline out of bounds are kind of pointless. But baseline out of bounds, you know, it flips the geometry of the basketball court. Popping free but missing poorly is number 9, Dai. Now the MC trying to get the fans more involved to this kind of sleepy effort by Changhua.
He's had his share of watching and DJing for this Changhua team.
Ozawa, though, dashing some of those hopes with a made shot, and then a late take by Dai. Really had the shot early. 3 on the way, no good. Ochai putting it in. Ooh, a slam dunk over there. Wang Zhenwen. Didn't really see that coming, but there it is, a Changhua dunk in the tournament. But quickly, Sakur punishing with 2, and just an easy right-handed lay-in. And after all that effort, just 4 points for Changhua. They're 0 to a score, so now they're turned up the Jets.
Back to back, okay.
Getting handsy. And they got a little give and go.
It's interesting how he popped it back out to the perimeter. He had a clear way to get that shot in.
I'm pretty sure Secure thought the same thing and dished it right back to him.
Hot potato right there.
Ball bouncing out of bounds, and it'll be another break. Saitama still in control of this one, and actually have also been under control when it comes to their foul count as well, because we saw in previous games they would have a lot of take fouls just to get to timeouts or just to get to breaks. Playing shorthanded pretty much all tournament long. All you really need essentially is one win in this pool play to give yourself a great chance to move on to the quarterfinals tomorrow. That will begin at 3:20 in the afternoon here local time. We are at GMT +8 for those of you watching in different time zones than we are here in Taiwan. Really proud to be putting on this world-class event. Go back door, and it was Ozawa. Actually almost dropped it in there at a crazy angle. He will get free throw out of the play. Time is just grinding down, and that difference in scores now is my math right, is a 5-possession game. 5 times 2 is 10, as I don't think passing behind your teammate is the right strategy. Ochai at the elbow. Sakur trying to run the wheel out. This time they do it on the right side. After previous games, they did it on the left side. Didn't work out that time. It'll be a little bit more than an hour and a half before Saitama plays again. Their last game of the day. Foul first. To Wang. Over to Po. And a pass. Ooh, giving our cameraman a fright there. Our colleagues here with Zhendian Broadcasting best disseminate. Ozawa with a crease, but it closes quickly. Sakur picks up his teammate. He can still hit the score limit as Saitama's defense still plays sticky. Ooh, careful there, Sakur. He thought about jumping out the LEDs.
Definitely wouldn't be worth it.
He thought about it. Give him credit for it.
2 seconds left on that shot clock.
For Changhua. And pretty much guarantee it's going to be a he from the logo. Always a tough situation. Low on the shot clock, and you know where the ball is going to be inbounded, so to speak. I almost figured that a step back would in fact might present your best opportunity. Secure from the center field, that's off. Beautiful footwork and the finish. Uluan. Ooh, and the biggest block of the game as Wang Zhenwen swats that out of here. Ochai thought he lost him in the oopsie-doo. It's were kind of evident of kind of your tired legs. Not getting the elevation you really expect to have, and your opponents, though, getting the drop on you. Very 3 by for Wolen. And just like that, a quick turnover and score. At least Changhua has a good finish to this game. Ozawa, after the screen, going right. The step back, yes! That's 20. We saw that a couple times in their opening game. As a miss up close, and I'd assume Saitama would try to go for the 2, even with some time and score left. Just out of habit. Sakura from the center field, in and out. And with a minute left, Changhua still playing hard, secure from deep on the left wing.
Saitama still being able to hold the possession by how many missed shots.
So after several missed threes, they just call the game with Ochai's lay-in down low, and Saitama Alphas will get an important victory before their final game of the night. And Changhua, a decent effort toward the end, but they fall to 0-2. So with that game in the books, we'll be wrapping this little segment down before we head to the next game on our schedule. Stick with us and go ahead and take a break.
Masters. Number 7, Confidence. Number 9, Marijampole. Team Marijampole.
好，接下来要介绍的这一队呢，也是相当的至关重要，所以呢，我要用这特别的方式，邀请了场边的朋友，楼上贵宾席的好朋友们，有请豪哥，你们所带领的加油团，暂时放下便当，帮我们齐心中心加油！首先呢，要为大家介绍是我们纯一备号14号的柯东凯。 接着呢，为大家介绍是我们纯一备号11号的纯婷婷。来接着纯一备号9号的史成平。最后呢，要为大家介绍10号的邵正熙。 2023年台北挑战赛，我们台湾队最后的希望了。所以呢，这个希望呢就压注在了我们旗津中心的身上了。真的也请了现场的朋友持续呢帮着我们的旗津中心加油，就进了明天的8强的单败淘汰赛。8强。
You're tuned in to the FIBA 3x3 Absolute Basketball here in Taipei. We are live at Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. We are about to kick off Pool C matchup. It's Marijampole Mantinga of Lithuania against Chinese Taipei's own Cijin Shyn.
In fact, the debut of the Chinese Taipei team.
You can definitely tell it's their debut. They're definitely looking very, very young.
Inexperienced.
Inexperienced. Very short in the teeth. Very green.
Previously, the Marijampole squad took down the Mongolian squad in the previous place, so a victory for them. Definitely get in. As there are 3 teams in each group, 4 groups in total. They just need to cut that down to 8 for the quarterfinals, then semifinals before determining the winner at the 720 championship matchup. As we kind of have a Silkway 4 situation. In fact, the MC, Iranian, don't get any extra for that, Cijin, but we appreciate the effort.
Isn't that just how it is in Taiwanese work culture? You just
kind of just do it and then
you
go,
gotta do it.
Do I need to bill somebody about
right.
that?
We gotta, we are many people with many hats. We wear many hats.
A quick dump pass. And you kind of see that from a lot of these teams with the underhanded passing. It doesn't have to be bounce passes, it can be over the top.
Slippery, we're gonna get some more slippery floor action as Giagas tosses it out to the right side for Shimons and just hits the buzzer beater for 3. As Shi Zhenbing tries to go around for 2. It's a last-ditch effort.
I mean, I was gonna say Cijin is missing a lot of their shots, but I mean, so is the Lithuanian squad. That is like 6 or 7 in a row underneath the basket from both teams now.
A little clanky right now, but Giagas coming back with a field goal shot. Marijampole, 5, Cijin, 0.
We'll take foul as their little guard, Shao Shenxi, is kind of caught underneath. He's going to get subbed out.
Nasedas caught between the two Cijin players, pops it back out to Shimons. And for another 3 just before hitting the shot clock violation. Possession goes right back to Cijin. Chen Kai Kao nearly loses the ball out of bounds.
Would have thought he could finish that open layup, but something must have not connected. And another blown layup.
Just in and out, just like that.
So 2 minutes in, we do have 5 points on the board between the two teams, though it's all for a Marijampole, but we have way more misses than that. A lot of missed second chance efforts. Hey, you boys know that rebounds don't get you any credit in this tournament.
Rebounds don't get you points in any tournament or in any game, 5-on-5 or 3-on-3. Lithuania has been a little bit clankier on the scoring side, but it is early on. Cijin will be playing later on at 9:15 against the Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy, aka Team Mongolia, as the ball pops out of bounds. Kuchinkas, the perimeter, now under the post, at the post.
They'll stay with Marijampole. Really not a lot of rhythm for both teams. I don't even feel like Marijampole has really played excellently to get up 5-0. There's a tough play though.
Well, just like how they are in life, I think these youths are causing some confusion amongst the older players of Marijampole. As Kuchinkas tries to pass it in the post at Giagas, but Cijin manages to get it out of the grip.
A little bit too easy there. There's the tough finish earlier. Marijampole has reached 6 points.
Travel call.
Good stop there. Stay vertical, let the offensive player get in trouble himself.
Back and forth between Shimons and Kuchinkic, but couldn't make it through with number 11, Chen Pingling, making Cijin's first, making their first points. Shimons from the left, pokes out.
Oh, you give credit to Cijin for putting in a good effort when it comes to boxing out. And one thing that they do is they really stick to their guy with their boxing out efforts when they get it going. I mean, down 6-3, they might not have played that well, but they're also not that far apart. It's just a 2-possession game, and after the timeout, they'll have the ball.
We start off against Cijin's possession. Another travel call.
Again, the Cijin players are driving right into the chest of these Marijampole guys, and they're too strong to get bumped off their spot. So when you go up, come back down with it, that's what a travel is.
Pretty ambitious of them. I believe the Cijin Dongxing team is based off of the farming system down in Kaohsiung. A lot of the players go into the T1 leagues' Kaohsiung Aquas.
Yeah, one of the most noteworthy pipelines, they call it. The pipeline is the Sanqi or Sanyiqi, excuse me, pipeline. There's a famous basketball high school, Sanming, and then they go to Iso University. That's where the one comes from. Good stop by Cijin, and that one bumps in.
Shao Shenxi was just the one who just slipped and slid through.
Then a bump on the three-pointer. Well, two-pointer, so 2 free throws. Maybe doesn't feel as bad as 3, but once again, 2s and 1s mean those outside shots are even more valuable, or shall we say more valuable. Miss on the first by Kuchinkas.
One shot.
Eustace Nacedas, tough on Chen Tingling. Still in the Cijin possession with 3 seconds left to go, but steps on the baseline.
Well, Marijampole is trying to energize their offense with a lot of off-ball movement. Well, pass has got to go to the right place.
Nacedas looked like he was trying to pass to Giagas, but Giagas wasn't in the right spot at the moment. Nacedas for 3 on the right.
Seems like Marijampole is kind of forcing Cijin to spend a lot of their offensive time just bringing the ball out.
Ball pops in and out of the rim.
Little lay-in there. So finally creating some distance at 9-4. It's not exactly come with all of their intentional sets. It's a lot of second effort work. It's a lot of catching the defense off guard.
Crowd is counting down for Cijin, and 1 second left. Cijin still gets another chance and cranks a 3-point shot.
That'll go a long way in closing the gap, but right away, Marijampole going down low. Is that Zygus down low?
Giagas.
And now the defense is going to work. Foul first, but nope. Nacedas getting a foul out of his opponent on the rebounding effort, and only 16 combined points. I think we had that many missed bunnies in the first 5 minutes. It seems like the later the game has gone, the more bouncy the Marijampole players are getting, both on the offensive and defensive side. There's a good set play, the handoff to a back door.
See that set play that you mentioned, Ryan, the replay. As Xu Zhenping is at the line.
Yeah, the reason why it's always so effective is because in modern basketball, with the threat of the three-point shot, you want to switch so much, but then when you do a handoff on one side and they turn it to the other side, suddenly the back door is open with guys anticipating the handoff. Marijampole is also looking to get deep lobs in the paint, no matter who it is down there. The pressure on.
Cijin players weren't paying attention, so Kuchinkas was able to lob it all the way to Giagas at the post.
I give credit for Cijin for not committing a lot of fouls as they beat the shot clock on the deep one. Once again, going straight to the basket when they have a mismatch.
This time it was Kluchinka's to Shimon's. And Kluchinka lays another one in.
Just too easy. Cijin losing concentration, but this time that's a really great cut. The angles of it really created the opportunity for himself.
Nasadis kind of tripping up at the top of the perimeter.
Straight ISO to backdoor.
Another nice play for Cijin. Executed well.
Yes. Cao Sen, she really set that one up well. But a counter two-pointer.
Just quick back-to-back scoring in these last couple of seconds.
Yeah, it happened the last game too, where everybody suddenly realized the game would be almost over.
Yeah, wait a second. There's only 2 minutes left of the game.
Yeah, initially, number 4, Xiao, called for the isolation. We thought, I don't know if that's a great idea, but then it was really just a decoy for his teammate to cut back door. A little bit of having a taste of your own medicine for the Lithuanian squad. But that's inexcusable, a rebound off of a free throw.
Uraga brings the ball out and helps himself. And a perimeter shot made by number 9, Gigamantas Shimons. Just 1 point left for Marijampole.
This time the defense is much tougher. Dribble penetration, I mean, that's been the thing since the beginning of basketball. So let's see if they go for 1 or 2 here. And we have our answer.
There you go. 20-10 is the score. Marijampole snags a win. Cijin's debut in the Pool C gets their first loss coming up. Next, we have Hangzhou versus Wukair EXPO from Qatar coming up at 8 o'clock for Pool D. Stick around for the upcoming match.
就进了明天的8强的。
certain people know, you know. I can't mix up in that. I can't mix up in that madness, you get me? Yeah. Hey. Don't have to pull my line. Might as well save your bread. Message me multiple times. You will get left on red. Why you gotta stand so close? Understand we are not friends. Don't be doing pally. Most of them fake in the end. Don't have to pull my line. Might as well save your bread. Message me multiple times. You will get left on red. Why you gotta stand so close? Understand we are not friends. Don't be doing pally. Most of them fake in the end. Yo, don't get it twisted. Say my name can't run with no dimwit. Let me dead, you know you can't fix it. Your man energy's too dark to risk it. Since a teen and you and me a misfit. Couldn't even repair that quick flip. You lost sharing split about big. Rather be at home tea and biscuit. Don't tell them biscuit. You don't play victim. But your accents are what made you a flick. Addicted to begging and beg that you stay far. Don't smile in my face, I greet you like I'm Ray Charles. Hit the road, I'm in it to make bars. Bare family, we don't adopt any fake cars. Rather chat business than to make
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, final beefman 即将开始。Introduction from China, Hangzhou number 30, Venus Finals. Number 11, Venus Sonfika. Number 6, Vladimir. Number 8, Gord.
Message me multiple times. You will get left on red. Why you gotta stand so close? Understand we are not friends. Don't be doing pally. Most of them fake in the end. Don't have to pull my line. Might as well save your bread.
And now introduce you Wukair from Canada, number 17, Amsterdam.
Don't be doing pally. Most of them fake in the end.
Number 3, Amanda here.
For your entertainment. Every week it's a rearrangement. Every chat is a different statement.
Number 8, Bosco. Number 14, Ascendant Volley.
Same time you wanna call with excuses. Same time you'll be a plus 4-4. Same time you wanna indirectly almost expect the news to get torn. Can't take this for no animation. If it's sketchy, then it's locked off, no respawn. I was blessed from born. Mad that I'm here with the mess I saw. Real situations expose your soul. Real situation expose your thoughts. I was blessed from born. Mad that I'm here with the mess I saw. Real situations expose your soul. Real situations expose your thoughts.
This is the FIBA 3x3 Taipei Challenger. You're currently tuned into Hangzhou against Wukair EXPO 2023 of Qatar. On the screen, we have our referees for this match. Here with me is Ryan Chen. This is the Pool D. Hangzhou played Princeton earlier on and took the win. And this is going to be our first time seeing Wukair play.
See what they're bringing as Hangzhou beat Princeton by a narrow margin, 19-16, but they actually had a lead the whole way. In fact, a bigger lead through the early parts as that shot from the perimeter, in fact, was blocked.
So just some clarification for those who haven't watched the Hangzhou games. The Hangzhou team is in blue and Qatar is in red. Hangzhou decided to sign all Serbian players for this challenger.
They've performed well in previous tournaments. Let's take a look for ourselves. No score on the board for Wukair. They turned it over after the block shot. Well, as we say, it's only their first game of this whole tournament, and I assume they haven't been at the venue the whole time. They did have to participate in the opening ceremonies at around 6 p.m. And right now the local time is 8:01. So it's almost 2 whole hours were between sitting around and getting prepped for this game, as in fact 2 players run into each other.
Well, behind the 3-on-3 court, there is actually another half court where players could practice before their games. So hopefully, with Qatar, they were taking advantage of that.
Did you see that finish by Goran Vidovic? a one-handed catch and put in. I don't think people practice that a lot, but it's kind of funny to see when it does happen. Hey, it's a very effective.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it ain't pretty, but if it gets in, it gets in. Definitely shouldn't teach the youngins that.
And going with a lob to the hoop.
That's going to be Supita underneath the basket.
Free throws coming up. It was Wukair Jong committed the foul. In fact, he started the game off by trying to take a 3 on the right side. It was like, huh, it's kind of early in the shot clock. And even more surprising was the block shot.
Got palmed out of the perimeter for another shot by Supita. Maltake pushing through, trying to get the shot in. He gets a second chance, turns around, it hits the side of the backboard. And he's able to draw a foul.
Yeah, it almost seems like the Wukair is kind of turning into some frustration now on these loose balls, and you can't really blame them. Nothing has really gone their way, as Hangzhou's had their way. And now, in fact, dropping a 2-pointer from deep.
By number 6, Vladimir Trachkovic, 26-year-old, 6'4", and Gom, the elbow, not noticing the shot clock. Possession goes back to Hangzhou.
That shot clock seemed to just run down so quickly. Not implying that, it's a rigged clock. It's just saying that, the way teams utilize the time to go on offense just feels very different. Again, Trachkovic.
It's between Supita and Trachkovic. Between those two, they've been making all the points for Hangzhou.
And leaving their opponent open for 3 again.
Maltake trying to go in for a 3-point shot himself.
This is as one-sided of a start to the game as we've seen. Previously, in the last game, it was just a 5-0 start for Marijampole versus Xinjiang, but turned into a little bit of a run late, and then tied zone 8-1 versus Vienna to start group play. But of course, Vienna won on an 11-point run themselves.
Supita second time at the charity stripe, with 7.5 minutes even. And now it's 8-0 Hangzhou.
High ball screen, but didn't really have his footing, did Walid.
Trachkovic, second time. Maybe we'll see him get another shot at the perimeter, but no, he sees open space and finds the number 11, Supita, for the slammer jammer. Let's take a look at that, no look pass.
I think it was just a inside out dribble with the right hand, and it kind of looked like it shook 2 defenders.
Simple, but quite effective. It's interesting. We are, like we mentioned before, we're sitting right in front of the actual memorial itself. I've actually never seen the giant doors close before, because most of the time, tourists and people, just locals, we'd come here during the daytime. So it's a new experience to be able to be here in the evening, especially to call a game.
So you're trying to claim that you've been a good girl all your life and you've never been out late.
I would definitely not say that. But that's all I'm gonna say, as that ball rattles in.
Vidovic off of a simple ball screen. Kind of the easiest play in the book. In fact, not even really a play. And
Picha manages to get that rebound. Vidovic trying to get in that perimeter shot from the left, no good.
And he had a lane there. I mean, making the games look really hard, but here's a little tic-tac-toe. Still goose egg on the scoreboard. Well, here in the 3-on-3, it's a pair of goose eggs, 0-0. I don't know if it makes it worse, but it kind of feels worse.
It's, you know, we can say it a little bit different. We can say Huevos Rancheros.
All out of bounds for Wukair.
Metalke just not getting those shots in. Ooh. Trying to pass to someone that wasn't even there.
Yeah. It looked like Trachkovic had an idea and the other two guys weren't on the same page. False start everyone but the center.
No, they weren't even on the same book. They were a separate series. But they got plenty of leeway with that 10-point lead. Metalke gets that rebound out to Gom.
He actually missed a close one earlier. The best look they've had all game.
Ooh, Asenwali trying to go for the three, but a quick little pass to his teammate. And number 6, Trachkovic of Hangzhou gets a foul call. And Metalke at the line.
Would this be there to break the seal?
We'll see.
Just
We're
one
almost
free throw.
We're almost at the halfway point in this match. All right, clean as a whistle.
Yeah, but they almost gave up an open 3 look and do give up an open 3 look.
Just like that. Don't want to quote DJ Khaled there for another one, but don't have to go there yet. Goran Vidovic lobs it out to Trachkovic.
That lob was impressive. It really exactly in the right spot, missing the 2 defenders and missing the basket too. We saw the basket actually interfere with a pass earlier in the tournament.
Okay, they're back to on the same page now, I'd say.
What a miscommunication, but a missed layup.
14 Wallet finds Metalke. Turns around for a fadeaway. A little bit too short, couldn't connect. And back to Trachkovic. Way too much oomph.
You know, I'm kind of watching the fundamentals as that deep one is down. Kind of watching the fundamentals, and sometimes the players who have a really high center of gravity are very easily taken advantage of. You're not very nimble as a dribbler. You don't have a good base when you shoot deep shots, and if you're a defensive player, then you don't have a good base to defensive slide. A couple of threes in a row.
You heard it from our DJ. 17-3, Supicha and Trachkovic leading Hangzhou. And number 8, Goran Vidovic saying, I want a piece of that pie also. As Mohamed passes it into Metalke. Comes in for a fadeaway shot off. Hangzhou just 2 points away.
Going for the one, they got it. And you know what's next.
No, I don't actually.
Oh. Off of our cameraman, and Wukair will at least survive until the second TV timeout. Get to talk it over, extend the game for a possession or 2 more.
Hangzhou, this could be it. But bounces off. Gom finds plenty of open space. Lays in one. And number 11, Miloš Supica closes this chapter. Hangzhou 22, Wukair. We got to witness their debut. Now with one loss, the upcoming game that we're about to call, Ryan, is going to be Vienna versus Yokohama BeefmanEXE. Stay tuned for that at 8:25. Don't go away, folks.
Oh, it's on fire. Number 8. Go to. That's it. Yeah. I'm gonna get that. 对现场的朋友们，8:25A 组比赛即将开始。I introduce you Vienna number 13, Cijin. Number 10, Jong. Number 12, Senator. Number 7, it is Ratty. Ladies and gentlemen, from Japan, Yokohama Beefman, number 10, Takashi Sano. Number 6, Ulaanbaatar. Number 13, Akaki Shimizu. Number 18, Miro Somasis.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Welcome to the 2023 FIBA 3x3 Taipei Challenger. We are located here at Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Stadium. Our officials for the game. As now we move into closing in on the close of day one's competition. Right now, it's going to be the last game of Pool A, Vienna versus Yokohama. I mean, interesting storyline because Vienna obviously headlines the competition here as world's second-ranked team in pro teams in terms of 3-on-3 basketball, but they actually got group play started off going down 8-1 against local team in Taichung, but then they turned that around and finished off their opponents no problem. And on the other side, Yokohama also played Taichung, and they were able to take care of them right after the opening ceremonies. So right now, this game is for seeding. Takashi Sano will get the ball checked as down low. Milos Silbacek will miss the close one. Little backdoor pass and a finish. Number 12, Matthias Lenotner. And a quick counter three by Yokohama. Colton Berner taking it all the way in, but running into trouble. It's a block shot and an open three. Shimizu. Shimizu. Bumping down there, and it's going to be a travel call. So a 4-1 start for Yokohama as Quincy Diggs will check in for his squad. And on the other side is that Yamato coming in with the longer hair and the headband. Fire three by Sano is good. So once again, Vienna getting down early. Not to fear, Maradi gets himself an open look and a unsportsmanlike foul. I think that's the first one we saw today. Going for the rebound. Yamato held with both hands, and that is going to be the first unsportsmanlike, kind of an important foul here in the early going. I'm Ryan Chen, joined by Taylor Chen on the English commentary. Thank you for watching this coverage of 3-on-3 basketball. This particular event in the capital city of Taipei. 2 free throws made. And then they, seems like it's gonna be Yokohama's ball funny that the referee pats his hands together to indicate a touch out of bounds. It's like, well, it could have been on either team.
You know, they've had a long day themselves too.
There's just 4 referees who have to take care of all the officiating for this event. All FIBA 3-on-3 referees. Deep shot by Lautner. And a defensive stop for Yokohama. Slipping back door and the scoop pass outside. The quick fire 3 from deep. And it bounces out, and it's Vienna who's trying to figure out their offensive foul first. On the floor, they say. So in the previous game for Yokohama, Milos Kobocic was such a big presence, but against Vienna, I don't feel like he can really pull anybody down low. There's a whistle. Ito Yamato drawing the foul. Free throw dropped in. And a pushing foul again. You know, it's kind of a hard balance to be making, how aggressively you want to play defense, but how you want to avoid committing fouls. Committing fouls before they even clear the outside perimeter. Going straight to the basket, and Kaltenbrunner with a score, and it looks like an interference. Just a 2-pointer away. Yokohama goes right underneath, and maybe it's too early for me to say. They're gonna whistle an offensive foul. It's kind of interesting how the bigger bodies in this tournament sometimes struggle to block out for good positioning down low. Sometimes too much hands is involved, the referees say. Shimizu looking down low. Kobocic is patient this time. But Vienna not out of the woods yet as Diggs misses from the corner. It's close, but no. Well, it might be kind of later in the evening for us here, but we have basketball all the way up until the last game at 9:40 for tonight's action. If you're considering a nice evening walk around the city of Taipei, we're in Chiang Kai-shek Memorial, and tomorrow, 3:20 is the start of the quarterfinals, 5:40 the start of the semifinals for the 7:20 p.m. championship game for the Taipei Challenger. A missed 3. Missed deep shot by Yokohama, and a solid defensive effort, but Shimizu had to pay for it with his body. He's back in the fray as the passing has really not been crisp in the game. Quick fire 3, yes, it's a no. Floated in, and the double team works. But in for support is Maradi. We haven't said his name pretty much the whole game. That whistle is our TV timeout. As you see, initially good defense, but sticking with the play, Vienna still gets something out of it. 10-6 is the score. The black background, white text on your score bug, and the yellow background, black text is the team fouls. As there's a beauty again, Takashi Sano. Really the biggest problem for Vienna's squad right now. Already goes to the reverse, gets one back. 6 minutes to go. There's a little high-low. So the inside-out attack for Yokohama's led to this sizable lead. Alrighty's lay-in. Not on the same page for Yokohama. Trying a three for himself, and short was Milos Kovacic. And understandably, the 6 out there are winded, so substitutions for both teams. Diggs on the quick handoff, got it. Yamato over to Shimizu, but there was a whistle. And right now, it definitely got a sense that Yokohama can't be really trapped in any spots. Get a look at another really easy play in the book. Just a straight passing handoff. Getting a feeling like Vienna might be getting some of their stops on missed shots, but it's not through applying pressure to Yokohama. They were able to pass or dribble out of all the pressure situations. Curtin Burner will try from deep. Good hands by Shimizu. Out to Sano from the corner. That one's in and out. Trail official calling an offensive foul. Don't see that very often, but let's get another look. Here's Curtin Burner.
Ball goes back to Yokohama, 14-10.
Looking down low. Koba just got 2 in the air and can't finish. Looking for a whistle, but the play goes on. Diggs, shot fake, up again with it, no. Kind of a oopsie-doosy collision by the Vienna guys. Ball goes out of bounds. Only a 2-possession game. Yamato looking for an opening, found his man, and Milos with the score with the right hand. The counter's no good. Yokohama looking at 6 points, and again an offensive foul. Kovacic initially was trying to defend his own position, but then he got refocused really quickly by his teammates. Quick down screen leads to a missed shot. Here's an interesting call. It's gonna go Yokohama's way. Takashi Sano will take it out. Double screen, no. Going straight to the shot. Interesting choice. Yokohama will leave Shimizu on Diggs. Over on the left side, Marizo, no. Alrighty, this time probing the mid-range, out to the step back. This time he got it. Closes the gap to 3. Good hands by Kurtenbrunner. Diggs' turn with a step back, and 2 in a row. Yokohama can't be so careless with their possessions. Running handoff, double team, triple team comes. Patient with it, an excellent big man move by Kovacic. Diggs lays it up and in. And a great second effort by Kaltenbrunner. The steal before the ball gets out of the zone. And right away, oh, a miss. Now, Yokohama's got all the energy, a lay-in by Shimizu. 3 minutes to go. Both teams have a great chance at hitting the target. The foul trying to cover the big man down low, and we'll have our second TV timeout. Started off a little sleepy, but now the plays really stepped up in the second half of this game, so to speak. Vienna's kind of showing their class by the way they stroke the three-pointers to erase the deficit. Over to Shimizu on the high post. A weird handoff. Something off ball. No, it was before that, producers. Diggs to Lenorder. Falling, but recovering. Murati, he dumps it down low. And there's a well done play. Lenorder down low. We're tied up at 17. Left open, the three is just missed by Shimizu. 2.5 minutes, a lot of time to play. Guys can't really get too greedy as Diggs really close with that three. They miscommunicate, and there's 1 point for Yokohama. Quickly the other way, it's Matthias Lenorder again down low. He's a little bit taller than kind of expect. He certainly plays taller. They try to go back door, it's a little bit out of the reach. Big turnover. Shimizu initially on his knees, but he's all right. Probably just needs to catch his breath. He, in fact, gets a timeout from the referees to talk it over. On the foul situation, Yokohama has committed 7 team fouls, so they really can't be too casual, too careless about taking ticky-tack fouls and sending Vienna to the line. They have 5 team fouls, so they still have 1 to play with, so to speak. And that could play really huge with 2 minutes left. 12 seconds on the shot clock, as is standard. There's no other resets. Not like in 5-on-5, 24 or 14. Kaltenbrunner tries the step back. He got it. 1 point away. Quick slip play as a two-handed dunk by Kovacic. But Vienna's in the driver's seat, quickly down low and putting it away. Matthias Lenorder on the assist from Nico Kaltenbrunner. And what a well-played game by these two squads. It's not impossible they don't meet up again in the semis or even the championship round, depending on how things shake out. Well, I don't have much to say to wrap this up besides these two teams will be exciting to see in the next round. We'll take a little break before the next game gets kicked off. It's Amsterdam versus Saitama coming up for the Taipei Challenger here in 2023.
Nice pass. 世界第二，Stand back，第19啊！看到 Princeton 做这么精彩，大家掌声好吗？
All
来自荷兰 Amsterdam HiPRO number 30 Jason. Number 8 Orange Lecter. Number 11 Orange Denison. Number 4 Woody Jong. 来自荷兰 Amsterdam HiPRO. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen from Japan, stand up at Elvis, number 12, Ulaanbaatar. Number 7, Chyn. Number 4, Ozawa. Number 16, Pina Secure. Send them out of us. Where did you pick?
Tell me where you at, send your location. We got drinks and we killing by the cases. I don't remember names, only know the faces. These girls party, getting wasted. Now I got my hands up. Oh, I'm throwing rubber bands up.
You're watching FIBA 3x3 Taipei Challenger here live at Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. Here with me is Ryan Chen. My name is Taylor Chen. We are about to kick off Amsterdam HiPRO from the Netherlands up against Saitama Alpha's EXE Japan. Now, Saitama has been playing all day versus Amsterdam has only started during the pool play series. They played up against Changhua, eliminated them 22-12 earlier this afternoon. And on the Saitama side, once again, we note that Goran Bjelic is still absent from Team Saitama with a twisted ankle. We hope for a quick, speedy recovery right now as we're kicking off.
A quick foul. Actually, this is the last game that Saitama will be playing. Their opening game in Group B was a victory against Changhua. So that means Changhua is out of the picture, and these two teams are playing for seeding. Just so happen to work that way as Sakur eventually secures the rebound after a quick bobble.
I see what you did there. You're so clever, aren't you? Yes, number 4, Ryo Ozawa lays one in. And from the top is number 13, Jan Drayson. Couldn't connect the dots. We have our veteran Tomoya Ochai, number 7. Now I'm not going to count that basket.
Yeah, one thing to keep a lookout for is my observation of Amsterdam's opening game is they're so good when it comes to their screens, on ball or off ball, and if all else fails, De Jong has an absolute killer of a dribble driver. Here he goes, flanked by a teammate out wide.
Drayson turns around for the jumper shot. Back to Ozawa. Ball pops out of bounds. De Jong trying to get the ball, not in time.
So this is a matter of seeding, and if I'm reading our schedule accurately, it's a difference between playing at 3:45 or 4:10.
Ozawa with a high arch three-pointer on the corner. There's Amsterdam's first field goal. We see Ozawa.
Beautiful high arcer.
Mile high as De Jong goes in for his own three-point shot.
Wow, really letting it fly from all kinds of footwork and all kinds of angles. And hey, got the benefit of a ref rebound.
Yeah, lucky coincidence for the referee to be there. Our Serbian ref. 16 Sakur. Lays one in for Saitama. Saitama in red and Amsterdam in blue. Slagter trying to go for three on the left.
Saving a foul from somebody, just calling it out of bounds. Get another look at the rebounding effort there. I don't quite know if that's exactly the right way to handle that. Well, Amsterdam coming into this as the world ranked number 5 squad. Everybody gunning for the championship tomorrow night. Gotta make it there first.
Little teardrop pass to Sakur. They have the point difference. Jong trying to go for three.
Looks like a foul first.
Team foul called on
Saitama. A quick give and go. That's been working through the duration of this game.
behind the back. Ochai to Sakur. But just like that, Amsterdam answers the call. Sakur nearly losing grip to the ball, passes it to Ochai, and Ochai for three. That rolls out of bounds. It's gonna be Amsterdam's possession.
But awkwardly enough, the shot clock went off, and I guess we'll figure that out after the TV timeout. Yeah, I feel like Saitama is actually kind of playing a messy game right now, but they're also playing frantically enough on defense to keep control of the game on the scoreboard. Certainly stopping all of the main plays that Amsterdam wants to try out there, as Sakur, the last one to get on the court. You can understand a little bit of fatigue there.
Just a little bit. Once again, they only have 3 players active.
Oh, number 6 is on fire!
Jong pops it to 13, hoping for an and one for Jan Dreisen. Free throw in, and Ozawa couldn't execute. Intercepts the ball by Jong. And handles the ball to Ochai, but blocked by Jong.
There's that incredible leaping ability. Great way to recover for your teammates, and you know, sometimes that athletic ability means the offensive player jumps first, and jumping later you can still recover. An illegal screen. You know, I think Saitama, that's part of the thing that I'm observing of Saitama. Their screens, no matter if it's Sakur or Ochai, not exactly have been solid. You know, well established, getting solid contact, but a lot of movement, a lot of grappling.
Jong with a step back 3-point. Slowly creeping up the score, 8-10. Amsterdam just behind, but another one ties the score. Rounds up to 10. And Ozawa from the top. And another one. Back-to-back three-point shots from both sides. Maybe we'll have a third one in a row, but not quite there yet. Ozawa thinking he tried to pass to Ochai, but he wasn't at the right place at the right time. He's gonna try for a three-point at that corner. Norbert Bellison.
That's the sixth foul against Saitama. Maybe against the other squads they played earlier in the day, not that big of an issue. But against Amsterdam, the strong squad that they are, certainly something to be concerned with, as already down a man. You don't want to be giving up free attempts at scores by the charity stripe, as you like to call it. There's some illegal defense. Might be hard to believe, but Taylor, you cannot use your behind to play defense.
Oh, that's all I have though. Come on, you gotta give me something. Scores tied up 12-all. Ochai. Bounce pass to Sakur. Sakur with a jump shot. Off the rim, and here we are. Dreisen to Nelson.
Haven't said Norbert's name pretty much all game until now. There he is, a second opportunity. Can't get the great seal.
Mentioned him a couple times, but he hasn't made any of the shots until just now, earlier.
Great head fake there, down low by Dreisen.
Footwork also.
Yeah, typically you expect the ball to go out for an open three, but his head fake gave him an easy layup opportunity. Quick holding foul. And the ref with good identification. That is the seventh foul by Saitama. Another look at the hold from behind. Could almost say giving Saitama a break by calling it before the shot. Got to earn it all from the line.
Great straight ahead view. Unfortunately, Thelson couldn't make that first shot.
0 for 2.
Second free throw just rattled out. Maybe he'll get a redemption, and yes, sir, he does.
What a shot, big.
So he traded free throws for a long one.
I can't complain too much about that. As once again, he'll be at the free throw line.
All right, you really can't go 0 for 3, can you?
I don't know, we'll see. I've seen worse. All right.
So that brings Amsterdam to 2 possessions to the finish line.
Two for two, okay, redemption arc. We love that. Ochai at the top. He finds space in the lane, tries to get that points in, and yes, sir, he does.
He really didn't create any separation. It was all on the finish.
Oh, done. Finds space down the lane. His lane, easy rolling.
Saitama still has a prayer, but they're going to need to string together at least a 7-1 run. No, excuse me, 8-1 run if they want to finish this in regulation. So a tall task, but it could be a heroic Cinderella story like their whole day has been. There you see De Jong just beating the entire Saitama defense there.
Effortless. And look at him popping his gum. Maybe he plays better chewing that gum. Timeout is Saitama's ball. Ochai goes on the left.
They love to put him insecure on the same side and leave Ozawa on the far side for a 3-point chance.
Quick field goal back-to-back. Saitama then just now is number 11, Norbert Thelson. Sakura for 3, and it's good at the top. 20-16, they're going to need a miracle, but it's not impossible for Saitama. And an air ball. Bakery is open.
Saitama, let's go!
Smiley taking the timeout.
Saitama calls for that timeout, a much needed one, I can imagine.
Over here on the Amsterdam side, veteran Arvin Slaughter talking it over with the boys. Want to execute a good play and practice the good fundamentals. Stay sharp for the elimination series starting tomorrow. He's in there for Davison.
Sakura, 5 seconds left. Ozawa, hopefully he notices the clock, comes in for the corner shot. No good, but they still get the rebound. Second chance, Ochai at the post, up against Slactor. Slactor coming out for 3, and it's good! And that concludes this matchup. Amsterdam takes the win, but valiant effort by Saitama with 17 points in their pocket.
Both of them headed to tomorrow's quarterfinals.
Our upcoming match at 9:15 is Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy or Team Mongolia versus Cijin Zhongxing of Chinese Taipei.
That will be an elimination game. One of those teams won't make it to tomorrow, so it's a big one. Stay tuned.
Step back to border. Back to back, new border. What a pass. Pass it.
陈总经理也已经答应了，这一场赢球，全场请喝啤酒，没有喝酒的送陪送巴士。可以吗？先问，我已经不管了，反正话已经讲出去了。所以呢，也请了大声的来帮着我们自己的选手加油打气。好，这场落赢球，外面的扣取，直接被买了，大家可以去拍照。
观众席你们太害羞了，给奇迹中心一点尖叫声，加油一下吧！加油啊！
为了各位的啤酒，为了各位的掌门精酿，为了各位的黑松巴士，大家很尽情的帮我们
往前加油！前程的希望。而现场朋友们，关键一战了，9:15分即将开打。首先介绍来自蒙古Ulaanbaatar number 3 the good。Number 14, Devon Sambu. Number 15, Oscar Turco. Number 11, Caesar.来自蒙古Ulaanbaatar。哇，现场有蒙古的国旗啊！
好，接下来呢，马上呢要为大家介绍呢，是我们全车的希望旗津中心。那为了各位的掌门精酿啤酒以及呢黑松沙士，也请呢现场的朋友千万不要呢吝啬各位热情，马上呢为大家介绍旗津中心。首先呢登场的是我们球衣编号14号的柯聪凯。接着登场的是球衣编号11号的陈廷礼，以及呢球衣编号9号的史成平。最后呢，用最热情的掌声欢迎10号的寿胜熙，
感谢教师们。
FIBA 3x3 Taipei Challenger is live at Chiang Kai-shek Memorial. On the screen, you just saw our referees for this matchup. We are currently watching Pool C Game 3. This is the Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy, or Team Mongolia, up against Cijin Zhong of Chinese Taipei. Quick peek. We got some Mongolia fans here on the side.
Even brought their own flag. Trying to get an early lead in this one. And they do.
This is going to be an elimination game for one of these teams. Lithuania is in this pool, has 2 wins, so one of them will be moving on and the other will be going home empty-handed. As Steve Sir from the top goes in for 3, and it's good! Starting off strong is Ulaanbaatar. But number 4 of Cijin, Shaoshenxi, coming in hot also for that lay-in. Got a lot on the line. We got a lot of local fans here today. We had our DJ mention that if Chinese Taipei or Cijin Zhongxing manages to pull through in this game, he's going to offer what kind of beer, Ryan?
Somebody's on the line for beer, and if you're non-alcoholic, then a Haesung Sapporo or a kind of soda here in Taiwan.
It's kind of like root beer, basically. If you like sassafras or something like that, it's not my kind of thing. But hey, if Chinese Taipei wins, we got some free drinks.
That's true, because there are actually 2 local teams. The other one is Taichung, who has been eliminated earlier, but so far, it's been a one-sided affair.
To quote Leia Organa from Star Wars, "You're our only hope." Ulaanbaatar starting off strong, as they should be. Again, most of their team comprises of the Mongolian national team. And Steve Sir himself, the Canadian man, is actually not only a player, but he's a director of player development for the Mongolian national teams, women and men, actually.
Maybe he just really likes Taiwan.
Hey, how can you not love Taiwan? Come on.
Taiwan is great.
Yeah.
A 3-pointer made by Son on the right side.
Number 9, Shi Zhenping, trying to go for a 3 himself at the top.
Cijin is playing with a lot of energy, but they find themselves down by 8 in the scoreboard. They need to convert that energy into stops and scores if they want to get back into this one. Less than a minute and a half and already 9 points. Make it 10.
Yeah, all of our Chinese Taipei teams that have been eliminated, the point gap was pretty wide, so...
Double digits in every single one, as kind of fancy dribbling there by Nbat.
And comes through with 3 points. 12-1 is the score. He looks back, Shaoshenxi comes in with another lay-in. That's both field goals from him.
Both on layups. Kind of wide open, but kind of figured that the Mongolian squad is covering up all their shooters on the wings. So they're willing to trade that 1 point to get the ball right back. Quick down low.
But couldn't make it through.
Oh man, he did the dream shake on him and couldn't finish. Your basketball ancestors would be not happy. By that I mean the guys in the 80s.
Not too long. Well, okay, I was gonna say it's not too long ago, but at this point, shoot, that was 40 years ago.
Neither you and I were alive then.
We weren't even a concept back then, so.
But an and one is really close to putting this one away. That time is Davasambu. And he'll got a free throw opportunity. I thought he was going to shoot it. Hashim the Dream to beam from way deep. Nope. Steps in and puts it down.
Again from the right, we have number 11, Chen Pingling, trying to make up for lost time and lost points. As Nbat, too short of the shot, pulls through with a rebound, back up to Sir, and Sir, sharpshooter as he tries to be, just off the rim.
The long possession.
Pays off, though.
Alton Kai finally being the second scorer for this Cijin squad, and yet they cough it up.
We'll say they are far behind, but Shyn nearly intercepted the ball out of the Ulaanbaatar's hands earlier on that right side. That shot way too much oomph. Steve Sir up against 11. Changhua. And back.
You know, interesting enough, on that move, he actually put his left hand on the defender's back, and that actually could be considered an illegal wrap by the offensive player. The details you find in a wide margin game.
I'm sure that's not the first thing we referees have missed.
Kind of a take foul as N-back kind of needs to recover from a hit to the moneymaker. And our TV timeout for everybody take a breath.
For those who didn't catch Cijin's debut game, we've discussed that they are actually part of the pipeline for the T1 League's Kaohsiung Aquas down in the, as they call Harbor City, down south in Kaohsiung. So we do have players from that professional team playing on this team, but their season is kicking off, and they're actually going to be playing tomorrow up against the CTBC DEA in New Taipei.
What a tough move. Shao Shenxi is really kind of the only scoring spark.
Devas Sambu gets one in. Pops out of bounds.
Little unlucky ricochet. That's actually funny enough. The corners on the baseline are actually a little bit darker, not as well lit. If that might affect some of that possession or the out of bounds situations.
Definitely. Steve Sir steps and shoots and makes the three, 18-4. 2 possessions left to go for Ulaanbaatar as number 9, Shyn.
Slips back door. There's a miscommunication there, but just a little mental lapse. Ulaanbaatar in blue. As the teams alternate basically this reversible jersey.
Another one of those instances, wrong place, wrong time. And Bot trying to pass to Sir. Sir a little bit more towards the mid-range area. As it's once again Cijin's possession.
I mean, interesting. I think one of the first post-ups Cijin has tried all tournament. Probably got away with a travel there. Dava Sambu down low.
Little details, right? That goes around and out for Nbot for a jump shot, mid-range, 25-5. With 4 minutes, 45 seconds left, Cijin gets one more shot. As we see Steve Sir try to go in for the kill for 3 points, no good. Shao Shenxi, way off the mark. Tingling, number 11, coming in for Cijin. And Steve Sir at the top. Yes, sir! That's how we end it for Ulaanbaatar. And that concludes Cijin's time in the Taipei Challenger. 22-6. Good effort by the young team. Have plenty of opportunities down the line. They're young and they're still very, very capable. Congratulations to Ulaanbaatar for advancing for tomorrow's Final 8. Coming up at 9:40, it's going to be another elimination game. Princeton versus Wukair EXPO 2023. Stay tuned for our final game tonight.
OK， 现场的朋友们，待会今天晚上的最后一场赛事将由我们 Princeton USA 出战 Wukair 马达。首先为各位介绍 USA Princeton number 12的 Hugh Number 7, Henry Caruso. Number 9, Damon Hoffman. Number 14, Isa Wukair. Team Princeton from the United States. 接下来为各位介绍 Team Qatar Number 17, Abdullah. Number 3, Amanda here. Number 8, Marco Arong. Number 14, Hassan Wade. We're EXPO 2023 guard.
We finally made it. FIBA 3x3 Taipei Challenger, the last game of day 1. Here we are. It is Princeton of USA up against Wukair EXPO 2023 of Qatar. Another elimination game. As we mentioned before, the last game that we just called with Ryan Chen here on the broadcast with the Ulaanbaatar eliminated Cijin, Jong, Shyn. They are off to the top 8 tomorrow night as we kick off with Mantinga with the first field goal of this game. Both teams on the court losing against Hangzhou. So like I mentioned before, one has to win tonight in order to move forward. It's a tight game between Hangzhou and US and Team Princeton. Game ended 19-16. Can't say the same with Wukair. Point difference was a little bit different as the ball pops out of bounds. It's going to be the Princeton's ball.
Well, thankfully, they're outdoors balls, as that one goes all the way onto the gravel here at Chiang Kai-shek Memorial. You know, the only game that was a closer margin was actually in the qualifying draw. Saitama versus Minakami. That went to overtime. But every other game has not been that close. If you need a little bit of a help, Princeton will be wearing the blue side of the jersey. And Wukair will be wearing the maroon side or the red side, as that's going to be an easy offensive foul call. The referees have not really let the offensive players be too handsy when they're trying to block out and back down low.
Caruso to Wilkerson. Wilkerson shot in 3 points earlier. Maybe he'll go for the second one here, but that's just a little short, hits the rim. Matalke draws a foul on Huffman, number 9 of Princeton. As Zahir Carrington gets subbed in for Caruso. Saw earlier he was stretching out his legs. Looks like he's got some tightness in the lower body. We're not really sure where, so hopefully he doesn't strain anything in this matchup.
I could say the same for Damon Huffman, who was in the right place, but kind of charged his way and pushed that ball out of bounds. But Princeton has looked a little bit more sharp in the opening minutes. The referees have been very consistent about keeping the offense and defense on the other sides of that 3 versus 3 logo for the check-in.
Carrington hand off to Wilkerson. Wilkerson, Huffman Carrington now with 4 seconds left on the clock. Huffman
A
tries to go
casual
for three.
three-out offense, if you can call it, to borrow a five-out concept from the full court 5-on-5. Just some handoffs and a few perimeter passes. This time they get a driving kick.
Huffman rotates out as Mohammed hands it off to Matalke, up against Wilkerson. Bumping up against Caruso for the rebound, and Carrington goes in from the top for three.
Man, if even they can't get the close ones, it's going to be almost impossible to get back in this game.
And to quote DJ Khaled, we got another one, baby. It's 8-1. Princeton has the lead. Mohammed goes in for a jump shot, mid-range.
Kind of in between a jump shot and a floater there.
It's like a hybrid. Ooh, smart. Passing it to Wilkerson for an and one right at the post.
You know, you can see Princeton just nonstop movement off the ball, just finding an open space and creating an opportunity for themselves, whether inside or out.
That free throw goes around and out. Gom almost loses possession of the ball, but Matalke goes in for three-point attempt.
I think he tried to bank it intentionally.
Another three-point attempt. Now on the blue side. Mohammed at the top, 5 seconds left to go. Tries to penetrate through Princeton team. Wilkerson gets possession of the ball, pops it to Huffman. Huffman for three, and it rolls in. 11-1, Matalke comes around. Ball goes over the hoop. Huffman draws a foul on Matalke.
Man, pretty incredible individual effort by Henry Caruso down low. Stuck with the defensive play, then had the wherewithal to tap it to a teammate on the rebound. That brings us to the first TV timeout. Princeton in the driver's seat, and no backseat drivers, nobody in the passenger side. Just in cruise control now.
Jesus don't even need to be at the wheel, quote Carrie Underwood.
He doesn't need to be at the wheel, you say?
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
It's cruise control. Why do we need Jesus? As Huffman helps himself with the rebound to Wilkerson.
Even the rebounding effort's not there for Wukair. I mean, it's like these two teams are playing at different speeds.
Most definitely. That's another assist for Caruso. And Wilkerson getting in the shot from the post. Him up against Matalke. They're way off the rim. And Caruso, with no one guarding him, goes around and out. Gom on the right corner. Tries to go for three. Matalke at the post, able to
catch that air ball is really what it was.
Yeah. You know, could be an accidental assist as Wilkerson, once again at the post, right there to get another field goal for Princeton.
That time it was Caruso with the dribble drive.
Matalke doing the heavy lifting for Wukair scoring. 5 minutes, 14 seconds left. Carrington is subbed in for Caruso.
Haven't had that many stoppages in the game. Only 6 fouls total. Only 1 free throw.
Gom Got blocked by Carrington. Hands it off to Wilkerson. It's back and forth. Ball's at the top. And Carrington for three with a high arc. No good. Huffman behind the back pass to Wilkerson.
Nobody put a body on him, and if it's 3-on-3, it's a lot easier to find out who that one is.
Muhammad gets in a field goal. It's not going to be a three-point shot. Huffman taking his time, even up against Muhammad.
Oh,
coming in for an and one.
Well, it looks like a offensive foul as Huffman kind of had our eyes on him. He kind of jammed his finger, but there was something else going on underneath the hoop. Take another look, and it must be the kind of screening action down low.
Carrington off to Caruso for a mid-range floater. Helps himself under the post. Motelke trying to go around Carrington.
Need an outlet here.
It's in. Sidestep for three, and it's good at the top. 18-5, 3 minutes, 51 seconds to go. Looking for that nail in the coffin as Motelke goes in for a field goal, getting his own rebound.
In time, too.
Just in time, yes, sir. And Caruso for three, rolls around and out. Manages to get the rebound, and Carrington tries to go for his own three. But once again, Qatar's possession, that's not going to count.
I don't think he got it out far enough. Kind of the right idea, but need that one extra step. Well, we'd expect a little bit more drama out of our elimination game, but that's not the case. It is at the end of the day, so after a whole day of basketball festivities, the entertainment on the court.
Probably best for to have a not so intense final game for the players at least. So whoever advances can have nice peaceful evening of rest for their tomorrow afternoon as Caruso draws a foul on Muhammad.
Also, a shooting foul. Number 7, Mabel Huffman on the line.
DJ called it wrong. It is not Huffman. In fact, it is Henry Caruso, Burlingame native.
One shot.
Yeah, actually, if you look around, Huffman's behind us getting his fingers taped up. Hopefully, if they're swelling, it doesn't get worse.
Talke, too short for that floater. The side pass of Carrington. We're back out on the perimeter, and Caruso to kill! Make the final kill. Princeton takes it to the final 8, 22-6.
Hey, just like the last game in Pool C.
It's a goodbye to the Wukair EXPO 2023. Princeton has a great end to the evening.
You know, credit to the fans who stuck around. Basketball fans, if you don't know, are very good about staying to the very end of the game, and they might not have any more teams left to represent them, but they came around and saw the world-class competition, and we expect even more people for the championship Sunday.
Absolutely, and you know, it's a late start for tomorrow, so make sure to tune in at 3:20. That's going to be our first tip-off for day 2. Want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to day 1 of our 3-on-3 Taipei Challenger with Ryan Chen and Taylor Chen.
央，拉队也一起，好吧，拉队一起，我们都到场中央合照一下。好，我们先拍照，先放下手边的工作。